How's it going, guys? If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Nick, and today I'm going to be answering the most important question of our financial lives, and that is, how is it possible to generate passive income? Honestly, guys, passive income is truly the key to unlocking financial freedom. I can almost guarantee that every rich person that you've met in your life has engineered their finances to be able to generate themselves passive income. But first of all, you may be wondering, what is passive income and why should I care about it? Essentially, it is income that requires little to no work to maintain on a consistent basis, which is why it's called passive income. Now keep in mind that I said little to no work to maintain, not little to no work to create. Now, in order to generate passive income, you'll almost always require some upfront work, but in the future, this will allow you to generate income for years upon years, passively. So the sheer beauty of passive income lies in the fact that at a certain point, you'll be able to make money while you sleep and it won't require you any additional effort. Then of course, this will allow you to focus on other important areas of your life, just like spending time with your family, your friends, or even doing traveling. So if you do enjoy this video, don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe down below if you haven't already. Anyways, without further ado, these are going to be some of the best ways that you can generate passive income in 2019. Alright, so this first method of generating passive income is through a high interest savings account. Now without exception, each and every one of you guys should be taking advantage of this because it's a risk-free way to generate more income every single month, and it's completely passive. Literally all that's required of you is to take your cash that's laying around or in your checking account and put it all into an online savings account that offers a really good rate. Now, most online banks will typically offer really good interest rates on their savings accounts, and these will typically range between 2.4 and 3% in 2019. On top of this, you can find accounts that really don't charge any fees for both having your money in there as well as for transactions, and it's super easy to apply for these online. So personally, I'm from Canada and I actually use Tangerine online banking, and this is because I got a promotional interest rate of 3% per year, and it's actually paid monthly. And this cannot even be compared to my previous bank that was paying me 0.5% interest per year. So moral of the story, online banks are the way to go. For instance, Tangerine actually has a referral program, and if you refer someone, you as well as that other person is going to get $50 for absolutely free. Now obviously, because this is a risk-free method of making passive income, you're kind of capped out at about 3% return. But by building up your savings and putting it all into that online account, you're able to generate over $100 or even $1,000 per year if you have a lot of money. Alright, so the second and definitely one of the best ways to create long-lasting passive income is through dividend payments. Simply by owning the shares of dividend-paying companies, you can earn a portion of their earnings every 3 months. So the more shares you own, the larger your dividend payment is going to be because this is paid on a per-share basis. Now personally, I choose to own shares of Canadian banks because these are very well known for their long history of dividend payments. For example, Bank of Nova Scotia has a current annual dividend of 4.9%, and they haven't missed a dividend payment since 1832. So if you own $10,000 worth of Bank of Nova Scotia stock, every single year, you're basically guaranteed that you're going to get $490. On top of that, the dividend payments generally stay constant or increase every single year, so in good economic times, you're going to be increasing your yield on cost. Clearly, this is both an excellent investment strategy, but also pays crazy passive income in dividend payments over the long term. And it should be noted that dividend-paying stocks have been shown to outperform non-paying dividend stocks, and so it's good to include a few of these into your investing portfolio. Alright guys, the third method of generating passive income can be through creating and selling a product online. This product could be anything from a book that you wrote, a course on real estate investing that you decided to create, or even some awesome pictures that you took on your last vacation. Now obviously the amount of work that you have to put in definitely depends on the product type that you're going to sell, but generally it goes that the more value that you can provide someone, the more money that you're going to receive in return. For example, a real estate investing course might take you months to create, but this will definitely bring a lot of value to people, and you can probably sell it for $500 to $1,000 per person, and this will make you bank. And once the product has been created online, it can be sold endlessly to other people because the digital copy will always exist. So you won't have to put in any more money or work, and the money that you receive is going to be completely passive from there on. And if you don't think you have any monetizable skills to allow you to create a product online, you can easily learn a skill online for free through YouTube videos, which is exactly how I've learned my knowledge of personal finance that I'm now sharing with you. Now, the fourth way to generate passive income is through real estate. Now, if you own your own home, there are many ways to leverage your property to be able to generate passive income. The easiest way for beginners would actually be through renting out a room through Airbnb. Essentially, this allows you to be a hotel owner and you get to charge out a certain rate per night for your room. And it can definitely be very profitable because the rates per night are generally higher than what someone would pay for rent. So for you as the host, Airbnb would only charge you a small fee of 3% for each of the rentals, while the majority of fees are actually charged to the guest, so it's actually in your favor to rent out your room. Alternatively, you could choose the traditional route of renting out your room within your house and make monthly rental income. This is definitely a more secure and long-term option when compared to having an Airbnb room because you and the tenant are actually going to have a binding contract. By setting up a space for rent, this can offset the cost of operating and owning your home, and it can definitely be all passive income from there on. Unfortunately, if you don't own your own home, it'll be difficult to leverage the property for passive income, but you can sometimes sublet the space that you're renting. This simply means that the landowner allows you, the tenant, to lease the property to a subtenant. So if you're the actual tenant leasing to a subtenant, you'll be able to reduce your cost of rent by leasing out a smaller portion of your space. But this definitely makes things more complicated, and I don't really recommend it. So if you are a renter, it might be worthwhile considering home ownership to allow you to generate this passive income and potentially live for free. Now, I spoke about this final point in a previous video, but I thought it's too great to leave out, and that is passive income that can be generated through affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing is easily one of the best ways to create passive income because it's so easy to manage and requires so little work once it gets going. But also it offers incredibly high return if it's done right. Basically, you can choose to promote products for a company that offer an affiliate program. Then you'll receive a fraction of the earnings whenever you make a sale of that specific product for the company. So the best way to implement this within your own life is actually by leveraging a following on a social media account. And generally this does require a lot of work to create over time and build up your following. But once you get it going, all you have to do is post links on your page, and whenever someone clicks on that link and makes a purchase, that will result in you getting a commission. So Amazon actually offers their own affiliate program that anyone can apply for, and the commissions can range from 1 to 10% depending on the product type that you decide to sell. Now, if you've heard of Ryan Scribner on YouTube, you'll know that he's basically built his business from scratch, based completely on affiliate marketing and YouTube ad revenue. And nowadays he's making serious bank and basically has to do no work to actually maintain it. So overall, if you do have the confidence and work ethic to be able to build a social media following and put yourself out there on social media, I would highly recommend this option for you. Anyways, if you did stick around until the end, I appreciate it, and be sure to smash that like button. And if you haven't already, you'll definitely want to subscribe for more content on personal finance, investing, and business, as you already know. Until next time.